Ever look around and think, why does life feel so much harder for me than it seems for everyone else? You're organized one minute, spiraling the next. You work twice as hard as everyone else just to stay afloat. And you're still harder on yourself than anyone else would ever dream of being. If you've ever wondered why ADHD feels so heavy, especially if you're successful, driven, or constantly told you don't look ADHD, there's a secret reason for that. And it's not lack of willpower or bad time management. It's that many ADHD women carry invisible trauma, or what I prefer to call unhealed emotional wounds. That doesn't mean everyone has PTSD or that something terrible had to happen. Sometimes it's simply the accumulation of feeling misunderstood, too much, or never quite right for the world around you. I'm Jen Barnes, ADHD success coach with 25 plus years of experience in the mental health field. In this video, I'm going to show you how these invisible wounds show up in 4 sneaky ways. And I'll share what to actually do to start healing those patterns so that life doesn't feel like a constant uphill climb anymore. All right, so part 1, emotional and nervous system patterns. This is the part you don't see in a planner or productivity app because it starts in your body, not in your calendar. Many ADHD women live in a state of quiet hypervigilance, always scanning for what could go wrong, what they've forgotten, or who they might have disappointed or could disappoint. That's not necessarily just overthinking. That's your nervous system saying, if I stay alert, maybe I'll be safe. For example, maybe you can't relax after a big day because your brain instantly finds the next thing to worry about. Or the moment you sit down to rest, guilt kicks in, as if rest equals danger. So try this. When you notice that urgency rising, pause before you fix. Exhale once slowly and tell yourself nothing bad happens if I rest for 30 seconds. It sounds small, but it's how you begin to reteach your nervous system that rest is safe. Once we understand what our bodies are doing, we can look at how that shows up in our behavior. So, part 2 is behavioral coping. This is where trauma hides in plain sight, in your good habits. Many ADHD women have spent years surviving through overfunctioning. I know this is sometimes still me. You push, you fix, you outperform, and you keep everyone else happy because it feels safer than disappointing anyone. You might even call it being responsible or ambitious. I know I sure did. I mean, this is how we got by and did as well as we did, right? But now I call it survival dressed up as success. I used to stay up late, just finishing one more thing. And it looked like dedication. But really, I was terrified as being seen as unreliable. And what I've learned again and again is that the work I produce from pushing like that is good, but not as amazing as what I offer when I am grounded and centered. Start noticing when your drive to do more comes from genuine excitement versus fear of being too much or not enough. You might even notice the difference in your work from each type of drive. That awareness is step 1 in breaking the push crash cycle. And here's where it gets deeper. Because these patterns don't just shape what we do, they shape who we think we are. That's why part 3 is all about identity and relationship impacts. This is a layer that sneaks up on even the most self aware ADHD women. When you spent a lifetime earning love or safety by being helpful, competent, or calm, you start to lose track of your authentic self. You adapt your tone, your energy, even your personality to what feels acceptable. You become the easy coworker, the accommodating partner, the friend who never needs anything. A client once told me, I don't even know what I like anymore. I just know what everyone else needs. And to be honest, I have felt the same way. That's not weakness. That's a nervous system trying to protect rejection. If this hits home, practice one small act of authenticity each day. Say what you really think in a meeting, kindly, of course. Choose the restaurant you actually like. Building self trust starts with micro moments of truth. And underneath all that people pleasing and perfectionism, there's an even deeper story running the show. Part four is the deep core of shame, control, and disconnection. This is the part most of us never name out loud. The quiet belief that we're somehow fundamentally off, something that we come by honestly, given our experiences. At the core of invisible trauma is shame. And shame convinces you that control will keep you safe. So you micromanage your time, your emotions, your image, all in attempt to never feel that sting of not enough or too much again. Here's how to begin softening those layers today. Name what's going on with compassion. So maybe when you catch yourself overworking, say, this is a part of me trying to help, or this is my nervous system stepping in because it doesn't feel safe. But before you reason too much with this part of you, regulate your nervous system. A single slow breath or body stretch can calm your stress response faster than any pep talk. And you're welcome to check out my other videos on nervous system regulation for ideas. Then allow yourself to connect with what is coming up. See if you can name the feelings, validate them, and work with the concerns. Eventually, reclaim your truth. Each time you say what you actually feel or need, you're teaching your brain that authenticity is safe. Healing doesn't mean doing more, it means doing it differently and in alignment. So now that you can spot the secret reason ADHD feels so hard, the next step is learning how to work with your brain, not against it. So, one option for you is to grab my free 5-step Taskmaster plan in the description below. It's a free guide that walks you through ADHD friendly ways to get things done without burning yourself out. And if you want to go deeper in this topic, check out my next video on ADHD burnout. It's the perfect follow up to everything we've covered today. It's in the related videos section of the description. And if this video spoke to you, please like, subscribe, and share it with another ADHD woman who might need to hear that she's not alone. You've got this, truly. I'll see you in the next video. Take good care.